Nemesis. The two things that I'm not good with are ice cream and cheese. Now, here's the tragedy that is my life. Ice cream and cheese are also my two favourite things. See, I wasn't always lactose intolerant. No, it happened to me at 35. I'm 42 now. It happened on my 35th birthday. I was sitting down, having me Baskin-Robbins ice cream cake, as I always request. I'm hoeing into it, and then God looked at me and went, "How's all those atheist jokes going, cunt?" So now I can't eat ice cream and cheese, right? But here's the thing. I still eat ice cream and cheese. With the full knowledge that I'm going to shit myself, I still fucking do it, right? I actually, what I do is if I have a heavy meal, I eat a scoop of ice cream afterwards, because then I know I'll shit everything out, because I'm a genius, you see? That's the Jefferies diet. You can fucking take that home with you. So I still eat ice cream and cheese, but I don't eat them out in the wild. You'll never see me on a boardwalk with an ice cream cone. No. I eat them at home amongst people who love me and respect me. Where I know where the toilet is, I know how much toilet paper we got, I'm ready to fucking go. So although I am intolerant of lactose, I still, you could argue, tolerate it. In the same way that my dad, so my point is, I can't eat cheese. So, I can't, it's not good for me. So I went on a date with this girl. I went maybe 6 or 7 dates with her, and I took her out to one of those tasting menu restaurants. You know, those fancy restaurants, Michelin star thing where there's like 11 or 12 courses. This is a good move. For any young fella out there who wants to take a girl out, take him to a tasting menu, because if you're like me, I eat my food too quick, and then I got to sit there and watch them try to, you know. And I think, how much of that am I going to get to eat, you know? And if you go to a tasting menu, the brilliant thing about going to a fancy restaurant is that the conversation never stops. Because there's so many courses that you can go, I like that course. I didn't like course number 3, but I enjoyed 7. So I wonder what's up next. It's a good way of keeping things going. Now, I tried to do this routine in Kansas. Very hard to explain what a really good meal's like. They couldn't wrap their brain around it. I was like, you know when you go to one of those really fancy restaurants there? And I went, think about the best meal you've ever had. And then one guy yells out, ribs! And I was like, yeah, ribs are good. But think of a meal that's even better than ribs. And he thought about it and he went, 2 ribs. And I went, yeah! So these restaurants, they're pretentious as fuck, right? Every dish includes a foam, a reduction, and a mousse. And there's always a quail's egg and a truffle. Always with a quail's egg. Why can't they use a fucking chicken egg? Every time I go to the supermarket, I always go to the poultry, and I never like, oh, quail or chicken, what will we eat tonight? Where the loving it, you lick the bin. You're not special. While I'm at it, people with peanut allergies can fuck off and all. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people with severe peanut allergies. There truly are. There's people who will die if they eat a fucking peanut. What I'm saying is, it's your fucking problem. The rest of us don't have to be involved. Right? Like, you ever been on a plane lately and they go like this? They go, on today's flight, we will not be serving peanuts, as there's a person on the flight with a severe peanut allergy. And you're like, all right, Don't give them to them then. How fucking weak-willed are these cunts? Oh, I know it will kill me, but the salty goodness, like what do they think the rest of us are going to fucking do? Go to the air stewardess. Excuse me, who has that peanut allergy? Like, what do you think's going to happen if someone next to you eats a fucking peanut? You think peanut particles will get in the fucking air? Guess what? These flights fly back and forth all fucking day. In between, they hardly clean the planes. You think they go on with a special peanutting machine and fucking fill the fucking air? So you know what I do? Every time when I'm on a flight where they serve peanuts, what I do is I get 6 or 7 peanuts and I wedge them down the back of the fucking seat. And if someone ever dies, I'll be the first person to say, I was wrong. Now, I talked earlier about like how I did one misogynistic joke and how at the moment now, I don't know if people know that I'm fucking joking. It's become very odd now, this tension that we have about what's right and what's wrong. I was on a plane and this woman was trying to put a bag in the overhead luggage and she was shaking and she was trying to do it. And I went to help her and she just looked at me and went, no, like that. And it's like, now I'm in trouble for trying to do a nice thing. That used to be my one move. I used to open doors, I used to lift bags, I used to stand up for pregnant people on buses. That was me fucking gig. That's what I had going. And now, because I tried to help her, she's like angry at me, like I'm trying to do a male patriarchy thing where I can lift this better than you. So I just told her to fuck off. And turns out she's just a woman with Parkinson's and she did need my help. But that scenario could have been different, is what I'm saying. Like, I was in a movie with me son. We were watching a couple of years ago, watching the Ghostbusters movie, the new one with the female cast, right? Watching Ghostbusters. And my son, he's 4 at the time, and he turns to me watching Ghostbusters and he goes, this movie's not as good as the other Ghostbusters. And I went, you're not allowed to say that. This movie's every bit as good as the other Ghostbusters. We'll talk about it in the car. You know, on reflection, that movie wasn't as good. It was a shit fucking movie. Wasn't funny. The action sequences weren't good. It was a fucking shit film. It wasn't shit because women were in it. It was just shit because it was shit. You know what I mean? Like, because that cast, Paul Feig is the director. He directed Bridesmaids, one of my top 10 comedies. The rest of the cast was from that movie. They'd made good films together. This one was just a misfire. But the weird thing that happened was no one went to see that film, and then all of a sudden, men were pigs. Men are fucking misogynistic assholes because that film didn't do good. No, it didn't do good because you women didn't fucking see it either. If you went and saw the movie, it would have been a success. But you didn't fucking see it, then you got angry at us for not fucking seeing it. And you want to know why it didn't do well? Because it's an action comedy. And if you go to any marketing company that talks about how they sell things, action comedies primarily are enjoyed by men. There might be exceptions to the rule, but primarily men like action comedies. Do you want to know why? Because we're funny and we do things. And women like dramas because you cause drama. So my point is, stop remaking our fucking movies. Leave our movies alone. We don't remake your films. You don't see Brad Pitt and George Clooney getting together to make Mystic fucking Pizza or the Sisterhood of the Yaya Fuckhead Travelling Pants movie. We leave your shit alone. Although there should be some films that should be remade with, you know, different casts. Like one of my favourite movies from my childhood was 9 to 5. Dolly Parton, Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda. Fantastic. It still stands up today. It's about 3 women. They have a boss who's a fucking pig. Like, it's even pointing it right now. They have a boss who's a pig. So what they do is they drug him and they put him in bondage gear and they hang him from the roof of one of their garages for 3 weeks. It's a fun film. Now, they should do that with a male cast, right? So there's a woman, you put her in the position of power. The 3 employees don't like it, so they drug her and they put her in bondage gear and they hang her from the roof of one of their garages. It's just a fun film. Another movie that needs an opposite remake. Brokeback Mountain. That movie's dying needed. The original film was a couple of blokes, they're working on the land, they ran out of conversation, so they went into a tent and they fucked each other in the ass. My film, it's a couple of young lasses, they're working on the land, they're doing a man's job, they get bored, so they go into a tent and they finger bang each other. My version doesn't even need a tent. But one of the things that's happening in cinema at the moment is, and I think we can all agree on this, so we're done with blackface, people. Stop doing that. I turned to her, I said, could I please have a shit in the McDonald's? McDonald's are renowned for how clean they keep their toilets. I won't even sit on the seat. I'll just hover and spray. To that I received a firm no. So I have to make a decision. My house is 5 minutes away. Her house is 3 minutes away. I make a call. I gotta go to her house. That's the only way I'll make it, right? Now this kills me. Every day I think about this, right? If I went to her house to begin with, I never would have had to stop to get the cream. So anyway, we get into her house. We get in the driveway. She's a long driveway. I park the car. I get out. I'm already like this. Come on! Come on! She's got the keys, so none of my running's helping. She's just fucking in heels, just going through a bag, trying to... I'm going, come on! Now she's stopped being angry. She just finds this hilarious. She's just laughing. We get to the door, right? Now, you know when you really have needed to do a shit. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 5 hours, but there was an amount of time where you were desperate to do a shit. Then you get to within 12 feet of the toilet. And your asshole starts to reward itself for all the good work that you've put in. Your asshole goes, yeah, we did it! We did it as a team, and that's my favorite thing, that we did it together. Because you always get to the toilet, you always go, ah, 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 ah. You never go, seat. No. Why is it that you always just made it? You're not that lucky. There aren't that many coincidences in the world that you always just made it. It's that your asshole has its own brain and a like Pavlovian response. So anyway, I get up to the door and I'm like, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And I'm like really yelling. She walks up, she gets the keys out, she's laughing. She goes to put the keys in the door. She drops the keys. The keys hit the ground, and I shit myself. And this isn't just like a little warning squirt of like, all right, there's more where this came from. And it wasn't like a full evacuation either. It wasn't just like a full like this. It was the weirdest thing. It was just shit coming out of me in a steady meter, just... No pushing. No pushing. Everything from liquids to solids and everything in between. And I'd gone from being all to just the calmness. Came over me. And my jeans are filling up. And instantly the